Good evening there, Jeremy.
Hello, Donald. How are you tonight?
Tired, but I'm here.
I'm tired too. I normally would be going to bed right now.
Usually be laying down already. As you get older, I found out that, you know, I go to bed a lot earlier than I used to when I was, even 5 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Notes. So we just watched Raw. Um, got my glasses on, my reading glasses on tonight because I've got contacts in. So my contacts are in to help me see far away, but it messes up my near vision. So I have to wear reading glasses whenever I got my contacts in.
you got your cheaters on.
Yeah, trying to write down the matches that I got so far that we know of, which pretty much I think is set. It's 13 matches, so to me, there's got to be another match in there somewhere, or they're going to fill that spot in with something stupid.
Well, the way things are going, that last spot I think will end up being Io Sky versus Asuka. Just the way that
Yeah, I can see
when
that.
Asuka did that little promo that she did in Japanese earlier. I think that's what it's going to end up leading to. And that match, I think, is going to tell the tale of what's going to happen with Rhea. Is Io going to ultimately turn against Rhea and side with Asuka? Or will Kyrie turn against Asuka and go with Io?
I think what's going to happen with that match, if that match happens, I think that um, uh, Kyrie will wind up turning her back on Asuka, and then those two will become back on the tag team, and that will because in my opinion that Rhea is going to win the world championship, and that's going to push her back into her singles, and
Yeah.
that'll give Io uh, Io that spot back in the tag matches. And I think Asuka will disappear for a while. My phone's about to die.
She was already gone for a long time as it was. We don't need her disappearing again.
They'll
But
have to do something with that if they do that, go that way.
yeah, I do like that they are allowing foreigners to do promos in their own language
Yeah,
because Bakir did it earlier, and I think it adds to the authenticity not only for the feud but to the people themselves.
crap, my phone just died.
Huh?
I'm trying to write this stuff down real quick before my phone dies.
Oh, you didn't charge it?
No.
Uh, let's see. My phone is 51%. If I leave it alone, it's good until 11 a.m. tomorrow, but that's not going to happen. I usually play games for about 15 minutes when I'm laying in bed before I go to sleep.
I got you.
So, okay. Normally we would run from the top of the card all the way down, but I think this time we should start at the very bottom and work our way up to the main event. So, realistically, we don't know which match is going to be on which night, except for two of them for sure. But if you've
Right.
noticed, every time that they show the graphic of these matches, they're always one of two colors: the gold background or the blue background. And I think that's already telling us which night those matches will be.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why would they do it that way?
Yeah.
Like, for example, Cody and Randy, they got the gold background. They are night one. Uh, Roman and Punk, they got the blue background. So that tells me if they've already got the gold background, they're going to be night one. If they're blue, they're night two. It makes sense that way.
I really didn't check. I didn't catch that, so I'm gonna have to. I'll look back on that one next show.
And that's how I'm perceiving it. Um, Now, with that, the um, oh, what was it called? Something Wake Up, some show tomorrow.
ESPN wake up something in the morning at 8:30, 9:30 Eastern time.
I don't know what time it is. I didn't get that far. I just know that it's tomorrow, and Joe Tessitore is going to be announcing which matches are which night. But I'm looking at a graphic right now. For night one, per the background, we have Cody and Randy, AJ and Becky, and Stephanie and Liv. And on night two, they have Jade and Rhea, Brock and Oba, and Punk and Roman.
I think that's probably a good um, prediction based on the hype around some of these matches.
Yeah,
I think they're definitely going to wait for Brock and O because they're really pushing that one as being really big. To me, it's I don't know. It's just kind of they're doing everything they can to make it as big as they possibly can. But I'm really not that vested in this.
Brock and Oba.
Yeah.
I'm I'm pretty vested into it because this is going to be a make or break moment for Oba.
Well, I think Oba's going to wind up winning overall. Um, I think they should put them in a cage or something.
Oh,
They should do something besides just a regular match with these two.
well, if they're going to do a cage, they need a couple matches behind them to build up to that cage
And
match.
that may be it may be one of three.
Yeah,
May this may just be the start of this feud to build it up.
right. Remember how they did Cody and Brock a couple years ago?
Hmm.
It wasn't boom, 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 not 3 months in a row, but Cody won a match, Brock won a match, and then Cody won the last one. But that last match, I don't know if that was like a no disqualification or what. It wasn't a cage match, I know that. But that was ultimately Brock's last match in WWE until he came back for Survivor Series
Yeah.
last. So, um, at the very bottom of the card, they just made this match official today. Um, but it's been getting teased for the last week and a half, and that is LA Knight and the Usos taking on Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and ISO Speed.
Yeah. The whole the celebrity thing coming in there, I don't like. I wish they just leave it up to the wrestlers because most celebrities that come in there don't know hill of beans about wrestling.
Right.
Um, it
From,
just
from what I've been reading, ISO Speed has actually been training for several months. He's been going to the performance center. He's been practicing. He's been taking bumps. He's been doing what he should be doing, sort of like what Jelly Roll did for SummerSlam last year. Um, and we already know that he's very athletic. um, just from that backflip that he did at the Rumble.
Yeah, he's been doing something. He's been in the gym. I can tell. He's got some guns on him. I noticed today on the show. So you know, he might surprise me, but and, it could be like Logan Paul. Logan Paul was you know um, social media guy for a long time, and then got into wrestling. He's very very talented as a wrestler.
True, but um, he also was very physical before WWE.
Right.
He was in boxing matches before. I don't know what his record is. I just looked up speed here. He's only 21 years old.
Wow.
So,
So he's the same age as Javon Evans.
yeah, he is. Um, I can almost guarantee that he's not going to be anywhere near as good as Javon is.
Oh no,
But
no.
Javon's been at this for almost a decade already.
Yeah, and Javon's got it. Um, he a little more work on his mic skills, but as far as in the ring, he's really good.
Yeah,
Now, I fear that his career is going to get cut short because of all the high flying, bouncing, and everything else he does.
I have the same concern for him too.
Um, but for right now, being young and everything, I think right now it's great. But in the long term future, once he hits close to 30, you're going to see a big difference uh, in his ring skill set, his ring moves.
It's a possibility, but not to get ahead of ourselves here, but look at Ray.
Yeah. And look at Ray's injuries too. But of course, Ray's a lot older than Javon. So,
Ray is older and he has slowed down, but he can still go, um, even with his high flying stuff and how fast he goes.
yeah.
But no, I really do think that Javon eventually needs to slow down himself. Well, we seen it at the Rumble where he almost got eliminated because he was getting a little wild out there. But he he got through it. But holy cow, holy cow!
Okay.
Um,
See that, Irene?
I'm glad to see that LA Knight has a match at Mania this year. Um, well, all of them really. But I was more concerned about LA because he, even though they are not really pushing him to the moon like they should be, the fans are still very solid behind him.
Yeah.
Um, I think this match is going to end up being the Vision going over.
I agree. I think the Vision's going to run up winning this one, and probably
Those brass knuckles are going to come into play.
I think yeah, I see the Vision winning this one.
Yeah.
I'm
Um,
gonna put
the brass knuckles are going to come into play, and there's that chance that Jay may end up turning heel at Mania.
could be.
Yeah, he's he's teased it before.
I was going to comment on Irene here. That might be something we can do pretty soon. Jeremy's going to be out uh, off the at least off the screen. Irene, maybe when he gets back, we can have I guess Brett Levi's son or Brett himself. I'm not sure which one you're talking about coming on.
Who?
Look in the comments.
Oh,
Mine just stays open, so when it pops up, it pops
I,
up.
I didn't even have the comments brought up on my thing. Sorry, Harry. Um, hey, knows. Oh, lives in Michigan, so he's real close to me. Yeah, that's definitely something we can look at. Oh, I am just so used to us not having any comments during the
And
show.
I would love to get an actual wrestler on the show and discuss, a lot of the kayfabe stuff.
Yeah,
You know, I'm fascinated by the behind the scenes um, stuff.
I I know you were looking at one, and I don't remember which one it was, but he has since passed away.
That was Adrian Street.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, I'm seeing a lot of posts on Sid's son getting going into I guess, or he may be a wrestler. He may be a small time wrestler, but he's because I saw a post today. He was looking for some different type of wrestling boots. I've got him friends on Facebook, but it'd be cool if I could get in touch with him and get him on here and we can talk about Sid.
Let's see. Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner.
Okay. Uh, I'm at,
So
I'm already having a little trouble focusing on the screen here, trying to read stuff. When when I get tired to a certain point, my eyes have a hard time focusing on stuff.
I got you. We ain't got to be long. We can just kind of run through this.
Yeah.
Um, I do have to work tomorrow.
We should explain well, depending on how how you do this for the summer, but for the most part, this will be my last show, with the exception of WrestleMania. I am going to make an exception for that, but I won't be appearing on camera. But this is more or less going to be my last show until the fall. My last real show. Let's put it that way.
The on camera show.
On camera, yes.
Yeah.
I will make an exception for reviewing WrestleMania, but beyond that, um, well, I guess I could make an exception for SummerSlam because that also is a 2 night event, so that's a big deal. But that's something we can discuss later.
Yeah. We're planning on keeping the show going. Um, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Yep. Get Chris, get Joe. Hell, I could try to get Zach on here. Adrian's husband, Zach. He's a wrestling fan, but he hates
Okay.
WWE.
That's what we review most of all.
Yeah, it is. Well, for me, it's the only thing I really got access to.
Yeah.
Um, if I brought in a little bit more money, I might splurge to get AEW, but I don't know if I'd want to spend 30, 40, $50 on their pay-per-views every month.
Hell, if we had money, we could, get some special guests on here.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So
So both of us are going with the Vision
yeah,
winning.
with the Vision, the brass knuckles will come into play, and I think this might be the day that Jay finally turns heel. Because we're already seeing the changes. They've changed the theme music. Um, Instead of coming out from the crowd, they're now coming out from the main stage, and they let's see. Hold on. As of the last time, they didn't. Well, they did the run it back, but they didn't actually eat. So I think they are working towards doing away with the yeet because it would be hard for Jay to be a heel while still
And
doing
still Yeet.
yeah.
Yeah. Still
Because
get the crowd involved.
right, because remember when Daniel Bryan turned heel, the fans were still doing the yes, and he kept doing the no thing.
Yeah. I wasn't watching during that time.
Okay, that was
That was one of those breaks.
okay. That was actually kind of humorous. The way that he kept screaming no to the fans. That was when he was doing his the shit.
Most of Cena's career and Daniel Bryan's, I was not watching. Um,
This was during the time when Daniel Bryan was the WWE champion, and he had the belt that was made of like hemp. It was an organic belt instead of the metal plates on the leather strap. It was made from grass or something like that,
okay.
organic material.
Definitely wasn't watching then.
Okay. All right. The next match, they actually made it last week, and that is Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
This
Seth,
is a, yeah, they've kind of, and I understand why, because, there's really not anybody left with a vision for Seth to be um, going against it. They had to throw somebody in there pretty quick and start getting a storyline together with it. Um,
well, what kind of got me, especially this week, was the original plan was Seth Rollins. Well, the very original plan was Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns.
hmm
Got hurt, and then they were leaning towards Seth versus Braun Breaker. Then Braun got hurt,
Will not have that one.
and Gunther was supposed to take on Rey Mysterio. And with Rey hurt, that's why Gunther and Seth were going to have a match. And now, out of nowhere, Rey comes back. So,
Yeah, I think it's a good fit. Him coming out tonight and talking about adding, more us talking to them in the back about him going into the
a ladder match.
ladder match. I think
I
that's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I think ultimately that would be better. But I think it's funny that it's
But I
being
mean,
reported that Gunther and Seth are now facing each other because Rey was injured.
I know so that you know curveball they throw in.
Which
Let's go. Let's
they have been doing a lot of that lately.
yeah, let's change it and let's go in this direction instead of what we originally planned.
So with this, you gotta wonder how do you pick a winner in this? Because First of all, this is Seth's first match back. And Gunther had just had this run where he has retired three legends in less than a year. And for him to go to WrestleMania and lose,
This one's a hard pick for me.
yeah.
What
Uh,
if it's a, what if they did it like a double DQ?
no, I don't see that happening. What what I think may end up happening is Braun will make a surprise return and cost Seth the match.
That could happen.
Yeah.
There's got to be some outside interference for either one of them to lose.
Yes.
You can't just straight up lose.
No. Neither
Um,
one of them
can
can
afford
really
to lose.
afford to lose cleanly right now.
Right.
Especially in Seth's last match, he beat Cody despite not having a working shoulder.
I say Gunther wins with outside interference.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be Braun Breaker who
Is
does
that
it.
what you're going with too?
Huh?
That's what you're going with too?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be Braun who comes back because the. Uh, okay, let's see. Oh, Nick came in. Howie came in. I have something to say, not about the matches. The wrestling fan. Has everyone lost their freaking minds? Can they not decide on a guy, stable team, chance fan, chanting one name? Well,
Well,
fandom is
you
fandom
you
is
got
another thing.
well wait you got you've got mixed crowd as far as going like CM Punk and Roman Reigns. You got a
Yeah,
mixture of fans there. So
and
same
fans are kind of gearing more towards Randy instead of Cody, which I totally
and
get.
they've tried to look at somebody else.
Yep, that's Chuck.
Okay. Um, so they've tried hard to push Randy to the heel side of it and try to get fans to hate him, but it's just not happening. It's not working, and it's not going to work. No matter
Well,
what you do, you're not going to do it.
Randy has reached that point in his career where it don't matter what he does, the fans are going to love him.
Yep.
Even pushing Jelly Roll was not enough for the fans to boo him.
Right. Um, he's well. I gotta call. He's in the Taker line there, regardless
Yeah.
of whether Taker was heel or babyface. You know, on that line, everybody loved him, even when he smacked the shit out of Jr. You know,
Okay, that I'm going to agree with.
I agree with the ticket sale and all that stuff. And CM Punk brought that shit out tonight. He let everybody's ass have it tonight. That's one of the best promos I've seen him do in a long time.
Yes, it was. I really do believe that for Punk and for Cody, I know you said you didn't watch SmackDown last week, but Cody came out and did an impromptu promo, and I think what's happening is that for the top guys, they are giving them free reign to say whatever they want. Um,
What
and I'm sure
CM
they
Punk?
got the okay to talk about the ticket prices, and because Cody even referenced that the president of TKO can kiss his ass. I'm sure
Hey,
you got the okay to say that.
it works back, with everybody hating on Vince. When Vince was the heel, boss, and everybody wanting to beat the shit out of him, Stone Cold, and you know, it works. So if you get some kind of villain out there behind the scenes that maybe eventually will pop out on screen once in a while, and you got the wrestlers actually, you know, not liking him and getting the fans not liking them, I think it's good heat.
That was just a gold mine that they had.
You're talking about the Vince when he was
And
involved.
Vince versus Austin, that was gold
Yeah,
because they were basically doing what everyone around the world wanted to do. So we all got to live through that, and it actually makes me wonder how many times during that era did somebody actually strike their boss? Um,
what? You know, yeah. I mean, it was good. The Attitude Era was great. Great time to watch wrestling.
it was, but I still prefer the golden era before that. I know times were bad during then, but I still prefer that era. Um, but yeah, I see Gunther going over with help with outside interference. Paul Heyman will come out, and that will probably distract Seth, and then because I think it'll come down to Seth is getting ready to do the curb stomp on Gunther. He's beat him down bad, and then Paul Heyman comes out, and Braun comes in and blindside Seth, knocks him out, whatever. Gunther goes in for the easy pin.
I agree. And Gunther's going to have a favor. I don't know what. I don't think they even know what they're going to do with that. Gunther's going to have a favor from Paul. Paul's going to owe him a favor down the road, and I think they're throwing that in there. I don't think they even know what direction they're going to go with that. We just got, you know, we got a teaser on down the road that we can play with.
Yeah, this will be 2 years in a row now that Paul owes somebody a favor.
And it might be this Gunther and Brock, retirement match for Brock down
Ooh,
the road.
that is a good idea. I like that. Because John Cena had actually said that Brock was finishing up in Minneapolis, and SummerSlam is in Minneapolis this year.
So it'll be Gunther and what I see Gunther and Brock, uh, and he retires Brock,
Yeah.
and then eventually, like I said before, it'll be him and Randy.
What are all these sounds coming from on your end?
That was my phone, and this I gotta doing this. I don't know if you can hear that.
I could hear that, but it was the other one that it was like, what the hell was that? I've already gotten used to your pencil clicks.
Thursday before Mania, fix the channel wrestling show.
Yeah. So Chuck also has a wrestling show. We need to do a
Oh,
crossover,
yeah,
Chuck.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
And
We
come on
need to
there,
do
let's go on there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Um, just just know that today is practically my last day of shows until, well, with the exception of WrestleMania and possibly SummerSlam, it'll be my last show until the fall because of all the surgeries and everything. I'm actually going to do a video tomorrow and post it on my profile on YouTube and TikTok and all that fun stuff.
We're still gonna, keep the Marks on Wrestling thing going. We're not quite sure how we're gonna do it all just yet, but or who we're gonna have on besides me.
Well, we got Joe and Chris, and maybe we can even get Chuck on if he's
Yeah.
available sometime. Um, all right, next match is the Fatal Four Way for the Women's Tag Team Championship. You got the Irresistible Forces, which is a very appropriate name. Uh,
Hmm.
Nia Jackson, Last Legend. Defending against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, and the Bella Twins.
I think I think they're going to give it to the Bellas. It might be a short run, but I think they're going to wind up winning the tag team championships.
Get that WrestleMania moment.
Yep.
I can see that happening. Um, it was reported that they had signed a 2-year deal. So,
I mean, it's not the outcome I would like. My next pick would be Bailey and Valkyria.
I'm having a hard time with this one. I don't know if it would be on this show. Probably not. But I see Charlotte or Alexa turning on the other.
If Alexa's, I would,
Get Alexa to the Wyatt Six.
yeah, it would be. I could see Charlotte going heel a lot quicker than Bella would, but they could do the curveball and have Bella turn on Charlotte. Nobody'd see that coming.
You mean Alexa turn on Charlotte?
Who did I say? Liv?
Ella?
Oh yeah. Um, Bliss turning on Charlotte.
That would
That'd be a, that'd
that
be
would be
a
a
call.
swerve. But at the same
Uh,
time, the Wyatts are faces. Although there was a very short period of time where it seemed like they were going to turn heel, and then that stopped real quick.
I don't think I don't think even if they were heel, it would matter.
But Charlotte is a much better heel than she is a face.
She is.
Um, Granted, you can tell she's having fun now with what she's doing with Alexa. Um, that whole opening at the Rumble looks so much fun for them.
Yeah.
But
And, and I don't think it'll happen at Mania. Now
yeah,
it would be awesome if the Wyatts got involved somehow or another. Maybe um, Sister Abigail, Nikki Cross, whatever you want to call her, comes down and gets involved. I just I don't know how they would do it and do it well.
okay, so with Nikki Cross, do you see her as Sister Abigail, or do you think that is Alexa? Because I think that was the whole point of her joining Bray back in the beginning, was that she was his Sister Abigail.
You know, I don't know if they referenced Nikki as Sister Abigail. I think they have, but I mean, regardless, if it's Nikki and somehow or another Alexa comes in, then you got them two going after the tag titles. But this is going to be a long play.
And
It's not something that's going to happen real quick.
before
Do what?
Alexa and Nikki Cross, they have won the tag titles before.
Yeah. So if they could, like I said, it's going to be a long play. You know, we're talking at least SummerSlam, if not even after that,
Right.
for all this to transpire for our storyline.
Well,
But
there has to be a reason that she's still carrying that creepy doll with her, and she is still dressed very much the same as she did when she was with Bray.
right,
So,
and she's dressed the way, but she's not acting the way.
uh, no, not completely. There's hints of it. There's hints of it here and there. Um, I do like that she is using the Sister Abigail move, and she does it really well.
Hmm.
Um, I would say she does it as good as Bray Wyatt himself did, and his was devastating looking when he did it. It's like he just slams you right into the mat. But I like her put in like the DDT type.
Version of it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's got to be an awkward position to do it that way.
Yeah.
But she makes it work.
Yeah, I'm going with Bellas just for that WrestleMania moment.
I kind of want to go towards Bailey and Lyra.
That's my second pick.
Yeah, simply because Bailey was robbed of it last year with Becky coming in, and for all we know, well, we know that they pulled Bailey out to put Becky in. They said as much in the Unreal show.
Hmm.
So maybe they will have Bailey and Lyra win the titles at Mania to make up.
Make up for it.
Yes.
And tonight they hinted a little. They kind of broke some rules there towards the end to win the match tonight. Bailey winning the match.
Yes, they
And
did. Yep.
so I can see that same thing happening at possibly WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with Bailey and Lyra for this one.
Okay.
Are you writing down my picks too?
Yes, I am.
This is actually a smart move.
That way, if I don't lose the paper,
Yeah.
I'll probably readjust this paper once I get because I
Okay.
just had to write it down real quick.
Just have to have the first draft written out.
Yeah.
All right. The next match is the ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Penta versus Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and now added this week, Rey Mysterio.
This is gonna be a hard pick.
Holy cow. Your screen froze for a minute and your eyes were like rolled up. It froze at that right moment. That was awesome. Um, Before we get to Mania, Penta is scheduled to defend the title against Vikingo in AAA.
Yeah,
I,
he's not gonna lose it.
no, he's not going to lose it, but I think something is going to happen, and Vikingo is added to this match because historically, if you look at most of the ladder matches, they usually have about 7 people in there. So I think that Vikingo will be added to this match as a result of whatever is going to happen, which I think is this Saturday.
Outside interference, probably.
Uh,
I don't know. Let me look. See where we're at.
Now, as far as who wins, to me, it's a toss up between Penta and Javon Evans. I can see them already giving him the title just to make him the new youngest Intercontinental Champion. Because I think right now, 23 is the youngest, and they mentioned who it was before, and I don't remember who it was. Um, but I think it's going to be one of those two, Penta or Javon Evans. I'm actually glad to see JD McDonough in this match to begin with.
Yeah, him and Rusev are kind of the oddballs in this match.
They are. Um, well, no, not really, because Rusev is. JD is not. Rusev is the only non high flyer in this match. JD can fly.
Yeah. Um, I'm hoping, I'm hoping that Ray wins it. Give him one last run before he retires. But I really think they're gonna put on Evans.
If Ray wins, he needs to lose it before having his retirement match.
If he wins it, then I say he loses it to Dominic.
Make Dom a 3-time Intercontinental Champion.
As much as Dominic is a heel, I really like Dominic.
Oh, yeah, there's.
I love the whole Eddie Guerrero-ish, persona he's got going on.
It's so odd that for somebody as unique as Eddie was, and Dominic is pretty much doing the same thing, but with his own twist, and
Right.
it's working.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie was a heel and a babyface, but the whole lie, cheat, steal thing, um, it worked.
And the whole thing with him in China was fun too.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just a different version of that. What we're seeing with him and Liv.
The original Mamacita.
Yeah,
No. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. But I think, well, I don't know. I would think that they would want Penta to have a good long run, especially with him being able to go back and forth with AAA like Dom has been doing.
and
Um,
who's to say that Ray couldn't do that?
he could, he could.
You know,
Well, they've got a lot of older wrestlers. Just this past weekend, they had this one guy, El Macias, Melcias, or something like that. He just came back after a few years being away from AAA, and he's 49. So the Mexican wrestling, their wrestlers get up there in age.
hmm
Um, but down there, they probably take care of themselves better than athletes here.
So who are you going with in this match? I'm going with Ray.
It's either Penta or Javon. Um,
I'm going. It's either Ray or Javon.
so Penta is definitely losing it for you.
I think so. Yeah, he'll be my third choice.
Yeah. I'm split between Penta and Javon. I think Javon, it would be awesome for him to win. And what a way to make his debut at WrestleMania, especially for
Would
as
be.
young as he is. But I
Yeah.
can also see them wanting to keep the title on Penta simply because of AAA. So, next match.
I'll put this as that, and my second choice is Evans.
Okay,
Who's your first choice? You got to pick one. Penta or Evans? Penta.
Penta. Simply because he is the champion. And also because not every title is going to be changing hands.
Right. All right. So we're both saying Evans is our second pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next match we have Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. And the way it sounds like the demon is coming back after how many years now?
Now, he showed up 2 years ago. Was it? Maybe three. He
I
came
don't
out.
I don't recall seeing him as the demon before uh, after he joined Judgment Day. Last time I can recall was before he joined them
I know one WrestleMania he showed back up as a demon.
against Edge.
God, I don't remember. It's been it's been a few years back. I
Uh,
thought it was like 3 years ago. I may be wrong, but I'll look it up on my phone, but my phone is dead. It was at a WrestleMania.
so would that have been it?
Wasn't last year. Probably wasn't the year before. Probably three 3 years ago. Maybe four.
Uh,
So the 38.
not at 40.
Maybe at WrestleMania 38. It had to be a live one. It wasn't during the
Or
COVID.
38. Because
Oh,
Edge took on AJ Styles.
I'm pretty sure it was a WrestleMania.
Maybe I missed it. Maybe it was 40. Let me double check here. Because they were the next to last match, right? There it is. There it is. I found it. WrestleMania
WrestleMania 39.
Hell in a Cell. And he
Yep.
was the demon.
Yep. You just gotta Google it, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at Wikipedia.
Ah, I just typed it in, Googled it real quick. Popped up on the AI crap.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, that's where I was messed up on Hell in a Cell because I remember that Edge threw the ladder at Finn and it busted his head open.
Oh yeah, busted open good too.
Yes.
Caught him up here.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember that.
They
I think we talked about that. I said, good God, that was a bad cut.
right. They
It was
had
justified.
to clean him up.
And start the match over,
Right.
or restart the match. Yeah, because I remember because they lifted the cage up to get to him, didn't
Right.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was the cage red? I want to say the cage was red because Vince wanted to change things up with the cell, and changing the color of the cell was one of the things that.
Was it a cage match or a Hell in a Cell match? It was Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, it was Hell in a Cell, but Vince wanted to change it up and had it painted red, and people didn't like that because it made the match harder to see for the audience.
Right. What's like what match was it? Was it NX? No, was it NXT or AEW? I watched a match not long ago. It was a pay per view match, and it was some kind of I forgot what they called it. Maybe an AEW, but it was some kind of. It wasn't a dark match, but it was like something to that effect, and the lighting was there was hardly any. It wasn't
Like
real
like a lights out match.
something like that, but it was you had lighting, but it was different, and you couldn't really even see what the hell was going on in the match. I was like, this is stupid.
Are you talking about the pitch black match that
Yeah, yeah.
I like that match?
Not WWE.
Oh, somewhere else.
Yeah, it was AEW.
Oh, I, I would have to I would have to see.
There was a match going on because I watched it, but I fast forwarded through that whole match because I couldn't even see what was going on in the ring.
Okay.
It was that dimly lit, and I was like, this is dumb. I can't even tell what's going on.
I
I
don't
want to say that I want to say there possibly wasn't any ring ropes on there.
that there wasn't ring ropes.
Uh-uh.
That almost sounds like an underground match.
It was an A. It was either AEW. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was AEW.
Or NXT?
Could have been NXT.
Was it
No,
a bunch of
wasn't
people
NXT.
around the ring and just pounding at the mat?
No, it wasn't NXT. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look back at that. But I just remember that just being it was a crappy looking. It was a crappy match because you couldn't see what was going on.
All right.
But
So,
but
so the match in question is Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. I think they had the unique opportunity of making that a title match for the AAA Mega Championship. Since Dominic is the champion, so why not defend the title at WrestleMania?
and against the Demon, who becomes the new champion. I'm going with Finn on this, regardless of the title or not.
I am too.
Finn's going to win this one.
Yeah. Because, well, for one, the demon is rarely defeated.
Right, and he's they're not going to. It wouldn't make sense for him to bring him back and then him lose
Right.
because tonight, Finn was talking on camera about bringing a side to him that that Dom's never seen before, and right before it cut off that video, you could see around his eyes getting black. I don't know if you caught that or not.
I did not.
Right when after he finished talking and they were fixing to cut the camera off of him, his around his eyes started like makeup started. Of course, it was special effects, but the around his eyes started filling in black.
I'll have to go back and see if I can. Yeah, I did not catch that.
I was like, oh yeah, we're getting the demon back, definitely.
Was
And
was
I
that
was
after the women's tag match?
might have been.
Yeah,
Um,
because when you text me, you asking what Jade was wearing, And then you said Demon's coming back.
I think it was before that.
Okay, well,
It was before the women's match.
I
It
will.
was
I'll look for
it,
it.
when Stephanie jumped Liv and Roxanne. It was before that. When Liv smashed got her head smashed into the TV. Because I kept looking at the TV trying to see because it was Finn Balor's character coming to the ring because the video game was playing in the back,
Okay.
and it had Finn coming in. Because I kept watching them and I kept watching the screen because they kept panning over to the screen but then taking it off, panning on, taking it off. I was like kind of see a glimpse of maybe the demon, but it had Finn and Dominic on the screen on the video game tying up. And I was looking at some of the props around that, and I don't know what his whole persona looked like what he wore, but it had some skulls and some other stuff props around. The TV was like right here, and over here to the side is where it had a bunch of different props and all. And there was like a vest-looking jacket thing. You could see the back of it hanging up, and it had this uh, like like bone coming down the spine on
So,
the back of that jacket.
so I wonder if it's going to be a new version of the Demon, like
I
something
saw,
something nobody has seen before.
yeah, and that's what I saw on the jacket, or
Yeah.
it looked like a vest is what it looked like, and it had these little like almost like ribs coming off the back side of it.
Okay.
But
Well,
anyway,
I'm in agreement. Finn is definitely winning this match. Um, I just think it'd be better if the AAA championship was on the line.
that would be an extra added to
Yeah.
it. Ugh.
That would actually make it the first time I think that a non WWE championship was defended at WrestleMania.
That would be cool.
Yeah. All
All
right,
right,
next,
who we got next?
Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match.
I feel Jacob has to win this one.
Uh, this is a really tough call for me. Um,
I'm gonna go with Drew. Storyline wise, hope Jacob wins, but storyline wise, I think Drew's gonna win it. But the whole getting lost here, lost there, he quits. I think that he's gonna wind up winning it.
you know what I think might end up happening?
What's that?
Do you remember when Jacob was found bloodied on the floor, missing teeth, and then he went away for a few months?
You think it was Drew?
Drew says it wasn't him. And if you notice that in all of Drew's promos over the past 2 years have all been truths, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if he's not lying, saying that that wasn't him who attacked Jacob? And let's say that the actual person who did attack him interferes in this match and causes Jacob the match and Drew wins.
Drew wins, and then you got a new feud between him and whoever it is.
Yes, Jacob and whoever.
Right.
What if that turns out to be Jey Uso? So let's say, think about this for a minute. Let's say that Jacob and Drew are on the same night as Uso's night in the Vision.
Hmm.
The six-man tag goes on before Jacob and Drew.
Right.
Jay turns heel on Knight and Jimmy, and then he comes back in later and costs Jacob his match and reveals himself as the guy that attacked him in the first place.
I like that. It's a very, very good possibility that
Yeah.
could work that way.
So yeah, I'm going with Drew on this one.
Okay.
Still, that's a hard call.
Yeah.
All right, we are now at the halfway point. The United States Championship is on the line. Sami Zayn defending against Trick Williams. Now, there's a lot of thought that Carmelo Hayes may still get added to this match. But whether he does or he doesn't, I'm I see Trick winning this match and winning the title. Now, wouldn't that be something? Trick Williams wins the United States Championship, and Jabon Evans wins the Intercontinental title. Same event.
That'd, that'd be wild. I see Trick winning, probably with some outside interference.
I'm going to go clean on this one. And this also could be a double turn.
You think, you know, Sammy could go heel somehow or another.
Right. And Trick turn face because the fans are loving him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He could wind up. He could wind up losing to Trick, and then the very next night he go off on the fans.
he could. Yep.
Cut a good heel promo. Talking about Sammy. All right, I'm going with Trick also.
And then you got Trick with his lemon pepper steppers. Isn't it crazy how he got that over?
Yeah, I mean it's like the whole, you know, Eagle Sky. You know, this. Who would have thought that? You know, this. I still think it's dumb.
It is.
It's dumb, but you know. Well, I
Well, there
mean,
were signs of people doing that. Somebody had a sign, her head, and then her fingers on like some sort of a pulley, and the sign figures were doing that.
really. Well, who? You know who? It's kind of hard to guess what will be the next big catchphrase because I mean we're still hearing what, what, what. You know.
That to me, that's one of the annoying ones. I would not shed a tear if that went
Oh, I
away.
love it. I love that one.
You love that one?
Yes, I love it. What?
I don't even know how that one ever got over.
Yeah, they're stone cold. So
Okay, next match is the Intercontinental title. AJ Lee defending against Becky Lynch.
I think that AJ's going to win, but um, shit, what's her damn name? The referee.
Oh,
No referee.
Jessica Carr.
Jessica Carr. She's going to cost Becky the title somehow or another. Or she could. No, I think storyline, it would make more sense if she cost Becky the title than siding with Becky and costing AJ the title.
That after months and months of that, no, I don't think she'll side with Becky. I think Becky would do something stupid like push her, and then Jessica pushes her back. AJ's on her hands and knees. Becky falls behind and she covers her. One, two, three.
Counts are quick.
Yes. Counts are quick. And now we have a match for Backlash. Becky versus Jessica.
Yep. I like that.
So
You going with AJ?
we're both going with AJ.
Wow, we're on a roll here.
Well, I think we
You
only disagreed on the women's tag.
and in the ladder match, everything else we're
Halfway
going to
on
move.
that one.
Yeah, I mean we're both on the Evans as our
Yeah.
secondary.
But both of us, I think, have Evans as our second choice.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. The fun one. Femi versus Brock Lesnar.
Oba's winning this one.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot wait. They need they need to save this match towards the end of the card so that it's dark. Oh, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're at Allegiant Stadium.
This won't be a lead in match.
Well, no. I what I'm saying is
This will be night two.
no.
You think it's gonna be night one?
No, 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 no. That's not. I'm trying to.
Time slot.
I wanted to see what the roof was like for the Allegiant Stadium, because what they need to do is they need that match towards the end of the card so that it's dark outside. And when they turn all the lights off inside the building, it really is dark. You don't have extra sunlight coming in through the dome.
Right for Oba's entrance.
Right. Because with it being dark and all of a sudden that bright light comes out and Oba comes out, that is one of the more awesome sights I've ever seen in
I
wrestling.
like I like his lighting entrance. I don't care for the whole thing.
That's going to be a clip for us right there.
Yeah, I don't care for the whole. You
I like it for short entrances, like smaller arenas. When he did it at the Rumble, he did it all the way down, but wow.
yeah, it just takes forever.
Yeah. But he was the number one entrant, so it made sense to do that.
Well, and even Javon Evans, his whole entrance. I remember him coming down the ring and took him forever to get down to the ring.
Yeah.
Because he kept jumping in the crowd and this and that.
and
Uh,
grabbing the camera and yeah 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 yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think they probably talked to him. So hey, you can jump in the crowd twice, but cut it and get on in the ring. So man, I know he's excited about being there. You know, he's learning.
Well, he's not doing anything that he wasn't given the clearance to do. You know what I mean?
I think that first time I came, I guess it was a Royal Rumble match. It was somewhere where I think the ref was like, no, it was elimination chamber. That's what it was
Yes.
because it
Yeah.
was taking a long time to get in the ring.
Yeah, you could see him telling him, "Hey, get in the way."
Yeah, we got to move. Yeah,
Yeah, I found that one funny.
yeah,
All right, so Orba going over Brock.
yep. But it's not over.
Yeah. Um, and I think it'll be a clean finish too.
I think so.
All right, next you've got the WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill defending against Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna be
Rhea,
honest. I'm not looking forward to this match. I don't think it's going to be very good. Not on the level of what Rhea has had for the last 5 or 6 years. This will probably end up being her worst match to no fault of her own.
I agree. Um, I think they finally figured something out storyline wise to help boost Jade's, um, I guess, Mike Skills persona, her thing, because her standing alone does not work. Um, so they brought in somebody to help her out. Now, here's I think Rhea's going to win. I think there's going to be outside interference. I think she's going to win, but I think Bianca Belair is going to pop in. I think Bianca's going to pop in and help Rhea.
I don't know.
Naomi's not clear yet.
Uh, I don't know if she's had her baby yet or not.
I don't think she has. I know she's probably close.
She has to be close, yeah, because she was pregnant at SummerSlam. So that was the 1st of August, so September, October, November, December. We're now, okay, so she's still a month away from delivering. Or less than a month. Bianca, yeah, so Naomi won't be showing up, but when Naomi makes her return, she is probably going to be getting cheered.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Deservedly so. But Bianca, I don't know. I haven't seen any reports on her lately about her fingers, but there was one that came out that seemed like that there was concern that there was a possibility that they may have to amputate her finger because of
What?
how bad it was.
Damn.
But I don't know if that report was true or not because you know how people are with the internet.
No, I can't see. I mean, even if you can't use the damn thing, I mean, you don't cut the damn thing off.
Well, if she can't use it, it might keep her from being able to wrestle.
I mean, if you're gonna lose your finger over whatever, I mean, the only way you can do that is infection got really bad in it. But you
She
can't.
broke it really bad. she didn't realize how bad it was until much later on.
Just
You've
can't
seen
see.
a picture of how big that knuckle was before she had finally got her surgery.
I'll have to look at it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, the knuckle was like that. It was big.
And you imagine, I mean, you lose your finger, and you use that in a gimmick. You know, carry around a fake finger in your pocket and poke it in somebody's eye.
Well, now she can do the four knuckle shuckle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Um, I
Who you
think
got on?
he is going to end up winning, but I have a sneaky suspicion that Jade might actually go over from outside interference with Meechin and BFAB.
That's why I say, there's gonna be that outside interference, but there's gonna be something on Rhea's side that's gonna help that out.
So Io,
Io, maybe Io and Kyrie.
that's if that means the Io Oscar match, if that does become official, would have to happen
The
before
night
that,
before, right?
probably even the same day to make sense. So I guess I'm kind of split on this. I want Rhea to win, but I think Jade will probably win.
I don't think she can win this match because they can't keep the title on Jade and Jade not doing anything other than showing up and running her mouth.
Well, she
That's
can
why I'm
because
saying,
she's that bitch.
and she's apparently borrowing shit from Seth Rollins' closet. I don't know what the hell she was wearing tonight. This big fluffy red.
It was a part of her outfit.
It was, you couldn't even, she it covered up her from like mid
I
sternum
know.
on up to her head.
Yeah, and I think that that was sewed onto the shirt that she was wearing. I don't think that was just an accessory.
It was
Hi, Braxton.
it was. Hey,
I think
Braxton.
it was sewed into her shirt because she had something similar, but only it was vertical.
Yeah,
Last week on SmackDown,
that outfit was ugly as shit.
it is. You get no argument from me on that one. But I think that that is sewed into her shirt, and whoever came up with that idea needs to have their head examined.
Well, I think they come up with their own kind of outfit type stuff.
That's I
Like
don't
I
know.
said, I think he stole it from Becky.
Oh, how I am so tired.
You going with Jade?
Yeah, I think Jay's gonna win. I want Rhea to win, but I think it's going to end up being Jade.
Yeah. What we got? Four more. Asuka and Io. Let's do that one real quick.
Well,
That's
that
that's
match hasn't been made official yet.
we got to throw it in there. If this is an actual match,
Yeah, because
Io,
they need one more match to make it 7-7.
I'm gonna go with Io with outside interference from Kyrie. She turns on Asuka.
I'm with you on that one.
All right.
Okay, next, I'm actually going to skip the next one so that we can talk about last. Well, not last, but later.
Okay.
Next is the Women's World Championship. Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan.
I hate to say it, but I think Liv is going to win this one with outside interference.
Let's see. I think they said that this is Liv's first singles match of Mania in all the years that she had been in WWE. This would be her first singles match there. Uh, let's see. Stephanie has held the title since September, so that's a good run.
It would be awesome to see Dom come down there to try to help Liv, and Ray come down on Stephanie's side. That would be freaking awesome.
Okay, Stephanie has held the title for 199 days. So she would basically have the title almost 220 days. So if there was a time for her to lose it, I would say Mania, yeah.
I don't think this will be over this match. I don't think this feud will be over at WrestleMania.
Probably not. Roxanne will get involved, Raquel will get involved, and maybe we'll see some new friends for Stephanie.
I agree. Maybe Io and
Io and
Kyrie
Rhea
mix.
come out.
No, I think Rhea is going to win the title, and then during the Asuka and Io match, Kyrie returns. I think Io and Kyrie would be a good mix for stuff. Or we might see some NXT women come up. Zarya, JC Jane maybe, and Soul. Soul's coming up.
So won't be coming up until after Mania. They usually don't have call ups until after Mania. Um,
No, what I'm saying is this match this feud's not over, and they'll have this whole thing, and say a week or so after Mania, before Backlash, we'll have a couple NXT pop up.
unless unless
Unless
they
you
do a
unless you get Maxine or Maxine pop up.
I don't see Maxine getting involved in this one.
It would be better if somebody from NXT got on the main roster and started helping her out.
Like Lola Vice, maybe.
It would fit better to me.
Well, Lola Vice would be the only one that I can think of that might do that simply because they share the same, not the same language because they're both from different countries. But what am I saying? Lola Vice, where's she from? Lola's from Miami.
Oh, that's a long time away from Chile.
Yeah, but she does have Cuban in her. I don't know.
You getting tired? I'm getting
I'm
tired. Let's
tired. Yeah, I'm very tired.
let's just pick some winners and
I think it's going to be Liv.
all right.
We got two matches to talk about, and those are going to be the longest ones to talk about. So It's already been confirmed. Main event night one: Cody Rhodes versus Randy.
Randy.
And this one here is kind of odd because now you have the title of WWE, and it's not the main event of night two. Um,
Hmm.
Lots of new developments on this one. You got the addition of Pat McAfee, which made absolutely no sense.
They're trying to boost ticket sales for the whole telephone thing. I would have done somebody totally different, but at the same time, if I'm thinking their storyline, I think maybe DiBiase Jr. is going to pop in.
That one would have been good.
That would have been a lot better choice than McAfee.
Yeah, simply because of the whole legacy thing. Um,
Correct. And I'm still not 100% sure he won't. He was found not guilty on those fraud charges a few weeks ago.
yeah, but by the time he was found guilty, they were already running this whole thing about the mystery person on the phone.
Yeah, he was found not guilty.
Right. But by the time that verdict came in, WWE was already running the things with Randy and the mystery caller.
Right.
Um,
So they may have been in talks with him. You know,
I really thought that it was going to be The Rock.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, because remember when he was doing the count 1, 2, and 3, and then when John Cena turned heel, he did this and put up two. Now we're down to one. And this is 3 years in a row now that a major star turned heel on Cody. Rock, John Cena, and now Randy Orton.
And of course, CM Punk called out The Rock and Vince, but not in name.
Right.
Um, so
Uh,
yeah,
Bob Orton's name was thrown out there.
I think
One person mentioned Ric Flair
I would think that if Rock is going to get involved in anything, it'll be the night two.
to set up for 43, yeah. But even that is in jeopardy because there's reports out there saying that if this Iran goes to a specific date, whatever that is, then they are going to pull WrestleMania from Saudi and put it somewhere else. I think they should put it in London.
I think they should do that anyway.
Well, yeah, no question about that. But
They won't have a problem selling tickets there.
no, ugh, not at all. Um, Plus, the tickets over there are cheaper than what they are over here.
That's ridiculous.
Much cheaper.
It's utterly ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um, who are you going with?
I'm going with Randy.
That is my pick also.
I'm going with Randy for several reasons. One, every time Cody has gone up against somebody who turned heel on him, he's lost. He was pinned by The Rock at WrestleMania 40. He was pinned by John Cena last year. So he doesn't have a good track record. Um,
The only way this would change I could see is if DiBiase Jr. comes in and helps Cody win, but I really think Randy they're gonna give it to Randy. Uh, I think it would be a good turn. I think it'd be a good turn for having a heel champion again. And even though he is heel, fans are still loving him. Talking about Randy. I think Cody will wind up winning it back in a few months.
He always does.
So he's a modern day Hulk Hogan. You know, I think Cody's got to go heel. He's
He
got to turn heel.
he does need to turn heel
And to be honest, that's the only way I see him winning this match.
by turning
Be
heel.
by turning completely heel on Randy. They've tried so hard to get Randy to be the heel, be the heel, be the heel. It ain't working.
No, it's not.
So let's flip the script at WrestleMania. You want to be the fan favorite? Everybody wants Randy to be the fan favorite. Well, then let him, regardless of what he does. And Cody flips the script and goes total heel.
Let's talk about the wild card here, Pat McAfee. Um, he did a scathing promo when he turned on Cody Friday, and fans were booing him until he started talking about Randy. Then they started cheering again.
They're trying everything.
It uh, they can't win for losing. I really think at this point it is 99% impossible to turn Randy full heel where everybody just boos him out of the building.
He would have to do something like beat, drag out Cena's mom, or not Cena's mom, drag out Cody's mom out of the thing and beat her ass. That's the only, then I don't know if it would work.
Yeah,
Then
so
I don't know if it
that's
would.
Cody's mom. Everybody hates Cody now.
Yeah,
Um, I
Michael
don't.
Cole.
Today that might work. That might work because ever since Jerry Lawler had his heart attack on Raw, Michael has been extremely popular.
Hmm.
Um, Pat said doesn't win the title, then he would never return back to professional wrestling again. Um, so I think based off of that, Randy will
Randy.
win the title.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least,
Finally,
Roman and CM Punk.
this one is a too close to call. I can
Yeah,
see CM Punk winning so that he can say he won the main event of WrestleMania.
I'm going with CM Punk. I think they're going to give it to Roman, but I'm going with CM Punk.
Yeah. What could happen here is
Rock could come in and turn on Roman,
Rock comes out, turns on Roman.
and you're not expecting it.
Yeah. Punk takes advantage of it, gets the win. He leaves. Rock stays. Rock comes back into the ring. It's him and Roman. And we have Rock versus Cena all over again while they set the main event of the next event a year ahead of time.
It's a long time to.
Yeah, but they made it work. They made that 1 year feud work. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Uh, you come here just in time to watch me fall asleep on my ass.
So who you going with?
I think I'm going to have to go with Punk with Rock coming in and interfering.
Yes.
I
It's,
don't think, no matter which way it goes, I do not think it's going to come down to a clean win.
no, and I don't think
Somebody
it.
is
I don't
going,
think it'll be completely over either.
yeah. And, and what about this? What if The Rock doesn't interfere, it's Jay after he has already turned heel. And Jay comes in, he has
And
a
screws Roman.
face. Yeah, he has a face to face. Referee's down. So Jay comes into the ring face to face. Roman says he wants to do it on his own, just like he did at whatever event it was, where he told the Usos he didn't want to see them again until Christmas. So what if Jay comes out, costs him the match, but only this time he does it intentional?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Punk, but I would love for Roman to win the title. I'm going to have to go with Punk.
I don't want to see Roman win the title, but I think they're going to give it to him.
Because
But I'm still siding with Punk.
he's face now.
Yeah.
Roman is a face, and well, I'm not going to say that he's the most popular person there is, but he's very close to it. I know in Seattle he wasn't, or wherever they were. So, but yeah, I think CM Punk is going to win simply so that he can have his music playing last thing of WrestleMania.
Punk.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's dig into the Hall of Fame real quick before we call it a night.
Oh goodness.
Joe's saying he's picking Roman to win. Never
You
bet
like
against the Samoans, and
you
he's
like.
not wrong. He's not wrong about that.
All right. You got Stephanie.
Stephanie McMahon, AJ Styles, Demolition,
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Rodman, Psycho Sid, Bad News Brown, and the Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant match at WrestleMania 3.
Dennis Rodman, Bad News Brown. Oh yeah, Sid.
Yeah. If you'll excuse me
And
1 minute, I'm going to go refill my water.
Andre versus Hogan. So I mean, we got a kind of a double highlight, if you will, at the Hall of Fame this year with Stephanie McMahon uh, and then AJ Styles. Of course, tag team Demolition. Um, they were real big back in the '80s. Um, Axe Smash and Crush in the years. Uh, Dennis Rodman, he was big with the WCW era, I guess. Of course, he was a basketball player. He came in at WCW and wrestled a little bit. Bad News Brown, he was always a good heel back in the day. Psycho Sid, Sid Vicious,
Said
Lord
Justice.
Sid Justice, Lord Humongous back in the old territory days. Um, I saw him in person years and years ago when he was Lord Humongous. Didn't know it was him at the time because when I saw him at saw him in WWE or WWF at that time, he was or he was Psycho Sid or Sid Justice. It was one of the two. And I was like, man, I've seen that guy before somewhere, wrestling. And I was like looking at it, and I was looking at his head and that curly blonde hair, and I was like, holy shit, that was Lord Humongous back in CCW. I was like, holy crap. I was like, you could just see the way he moved and all. But
Sid
I've
had
got
an
I've got
incredible
a
physique.
I've got a picture of him as Lord Humongous um, when we saw him, local.
Yeah. Well, I'm already calling it now. AJ Styles is going to open the show. His induction will be first.
You think?
Yeah. AJ will be first. Stephanie is the headliner.
So
Um,
Steph will be last.
yes. So I think AJ will be first, followed by Demolition, then Dennis Rodman. Then they will do. Uh, well, okay. Hang on. They had the three legacies last year, and they did not do them all at the same time. They did a video package in between the other inductees. So let's go AJ, Demolition, Bad News Brown, Dennis Rodman, Psycho Sid, the Hogan Andre match, and then Stephanie. That's my lineup prediction.
I'm agreeing with that.
Um,
I can agree with that. Um, Andre and Hogan's definitely going to be the one right before Steph,
yes.
regardless of if Steph's first or last.
Now the
I
question
just see it.
is, who's going to induct that match?
Mm.
Everyone's gone.
Uh,
Reed's gone. Bobby Heenan's gone. Um, Bob Euchre's gone. Gorilla Monsoon's gone. I don't see Jesse.
no,
So I don't know who inducts that match.
the the perfect one to do it, in my opinion, that's still here but won't happen is Vince.
He would be the appropriate choice, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Maybe Shane.
Uh,
I mean, you have nobody else that I
If
can think
there's,
of off the top of my head.
if there's no rift between Triple H and Shane, probably.
I mean, what other old school guy you got left? You know, Flair's still around. Um,
No, you don't want him doing it.
but it'd have to be somebody that's tied into. Is Hebner still alive?
He is, but he wasn't with the company at that time.
Ted DiBiase's still around.
He wasn't with him either, I don't think.
Now,
Jim Duggan was.
yeah, he just wouldn't fit. To me, Stephanie would be a good choice, but she's getting inducted.
Hey, you can't be an inductor and an inductee. Um, I don't know.
Triple H. Who you think's going to induct Steph? Taker.
Yeah, Undertaker's going to induct her. Actually, Triple H might be the only one who could induct the Hogan Andre match because
Of his status.
no, not status, but I think more Jimmy Hart.
That would be a good one because
Yeah,
he's still around.
yes, he
He
is.
was and he was tied in with Hogan
Yeah,
before he died. That'd be a good one.
Jimmy Hart would be a good one. Yes. Um, I think Eric Bischoff would be the one to induct Dennis Rodman.
I think Psycho Sid will have um, an acceptance thing from his son.
No, there's. It's been reported that there will not be an induction speech for Sid, or
I mean, not even on video.
there's going to be a video package.
I think somebody from the family should speak on.
They're not. It's already been reported they're not going to. And I would imagine it's going to be the same way for bad news. So if you're a legacy induction, I don't think there will be a speech or an induction at all. It's just going to be a video package and you're just thrown in there. Um, I think John Cena might be the one to induct AJ Styles, unless AJ picks somebody from. No, Kurt Angle could be the one to induct him because they had a major feud back in TNA. So he could get AJ Kurt Angle. Ugh.
All right.
And I don't know who would induct Demolition.
Well, it's going to be the video package.
No, they're going to have an actual induction. Demolition will.
Okay.
Um, it could be Haku. I don't know.
Put this right there. So I don't lose it. All right. Get you some rest.
Oh,
Where can we go? How long have we been going?
Huh?
It says live preview. Oh, there we go. Live. Almost 2 hours. You see it now.
Yeah, we've
Not
almost
bad.
made it to 2 hours.
Not bad. We covered a good bit of stuff and discussed each thing and yawned a few times. But
Yeah. All right, so I guess no show
mm,
until WrestleMania, which is only 2 weeks away.
yeah.
So, so I'll do the review, but I will just be off camera.
Okay. We'll set something up for the 18th that night.
If Joe is still in the audience, if you want to come join us, more than welcome to. Say with Chris, or say something to them.
All right.
Yeah,
Ooh.
time for us to get to bed.
Yeah.
All right, folks. We actually have more comments in this show than we had in a long time.
Yeah. We had several people come in.
Yeah. So everybody out there, thank you so much for playing along with us. The next show will be April 18th, Saturday night, 2 weeks from now. No, less than 2 weeks from now. 11
Yeah.
days from now.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this show, check us out on YouTube and all that for other shows.
Yeah, check us out on the Universal
Marshall and Wrestling.
Network, Marks on Wrestling Things Network, across all platforms. Um,
Whew.
Hopefully, you don't get tired of watching us yawn all the time. I know I've done my share tonight. Um, so this will basically be my last on-camera show for a long time. Um, Kind of nervous about it.
Maybe I'll make a puppet, a Jeremy puppet. Yeah,
Well, make sure you get the beard right.
we gotta get the beard.
How you doing? Welcome to Marks on Wrestling.
Ah,
Yeah,
ah.
there you go. That works. The yawning puppet.
Jeremy the yawning puppet.
Yeah. Just make sure you get the beard long enough. So,
Yeah.
all right, folks. Next episode Saturday, April 18th. Well, actually, I don't know if I want to say immediately following WrestleMania because I really do enjoy watching those post shows. But we'll see. Guess it'll all depend on what time they end.
This is true.
So, all right. So until, well, technically 12 days, but
Till the 18th.
huh?
I said until the 18th.
Yeah, until the 18th, we will be doing the WrestleMania 42 Night 1 review. And by then, I should be out of pain. If not, you're going to be hearing, oh, oh.
Hopefully you can enjoy the show.
I should be able to.
So
I should be. What
we'll
I'm
put
done is considered minor compared to the other two that I'll be having. It's the other two that's going to be a major pain.
well. Good luck on it. You know, tell your family or whoever to keep us informed and how Wednesday goes.
Oh,
Uh,
I come out of anesthesia really well usually, so I'll be able to have my phone and text you guys. let everybody know how I'm doing.
All right.
So. All right, we have now crossed over the 2 hour mark for Marks on Wrestling. And I think I'll just go ahead and start playing the intro, the outro.
The outro.
Yeah,
All right.
don't want to do the intro again. We've already done 2 hours of it.
Yep. We'll check y'all out on the 18th.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Be safe out there. Weather's getting better for the most part. So we'll see you guys in less than 2 weeks. Have a good night, good morning, good whatever, wherever you're from. Good night, everybody.
Good night.